This video is designed to help you start a turf business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a turf business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful turf business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Since its emergence, artificial turf has been associated with indoor sports venues and doormats. While sports facilities continue to represent a large share of artificial turf revenues, today synthetic turf can be found in a much broader range of applications and settings. One of the fastest growing segments of the artificial turf industry is the residential market. High maintenance costs, water shortages and other factors are the demand for synthetic turf installations, as an alternative to organic lawns. Based on its durability and low maintenance requirements, the Synthetic Turf Council is quick to point out that artificial fields and lawns yield a long-term cost savings to facility managers and residential homeowners alike. Pricing and market positioning. Pricing needs to be a front-and-center concern for your turf business startup. Residential and institutional customers understand that synthetic turf installations are expensive, but competitive ignorance can easily cause you to price your startup out of the market. On the other hand, low pricing can also have a detrimental effect on market positioning. There is a multitude of low-end synthetic turf businesses that undercut the competition with inferior products and shoddy installations. For most startups, the optimal pricing strategy is to be somewhere near the center of the marketplace. Marketing. Although a well-known sports venue can give your startup a major revenue boost, competition for high-visibility turf projects is fierce, resulting in tight profit margins. But since a major client can be a marketing goldmine, it may be worth sustaining a loss just to land the contract. For example, A-Turf, a relative newcomer to the synthetic turf industry, significantly underbid the competition to land a turf installation with the Buffalo Bills. Although the company likely sustained a loss on the installation, the contract generated countless PR placements, and positioned the business as a cost-efficient provider of high-quality artificial turf. Essential features. Every business plan is unique, yet the most effective plans share a handful of essential traits. If your plan lacks required elements like an executive summary or marketing plan, it could jeopardize its potential to deliver real benefits to your startup. But in today's business environment, it's also important to discuss the external factors your turf business is facing. As a rule, we recommend including a pest, political, economic, social and technological analysis in your business plan as a way of addressing potential threats and opportunities at the macro level. Evaluate competitors. Long before you open a turf business in your area, it's a good idea to find out how strong the competition is. Gain a knowledge of how existing firms have positioned themselves in the marketplace, and then design your business in a way that sets you apart from the others. Find the right customer. Synthetic turf isn't the best fit for every customer. However, there are key indicators to listen for when consulting with a customer to determine if synthetic turf might be a good recommendation for their outdoor living needs. If your customer matches any of the following, synthetic turf might be a viable option for them: in need of drought-resistant landscaping, looking for low-maintenance yard, concerned with the costs of lawn care, water, fertilizer, etc., durable, high-traffic area for sports or pets. Tools you may need. While you might have some tools from different services you provide, you will probably need to add a few more items to your truck. Here's a quick list of what you will need to have for a synthetic turf install: seaming kit, with seam tape and glue. Large caulking gun for the glue. Water spray bottle. Tamper. Chalk line. 6-inch steel nails. Hammer. Tape measure. Industrial shears. Utility knife and extra blades. Infill. Drop spreader. Turf rake. Power or stiff push broom. Carpet stretcher, mainly for putting greens. The next part of the video is not specific to the turf business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the turf business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful turf business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills required for these two extremes are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice, may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business, must be divided into 2 parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a turf business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free turf business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.